Hello folks and welcome back to SnowRunner. So we have a mission ahead of us here, and let's take a look at our mission. So this is the drill disassembly, and we have to take this oil rig salvage semi-trailer, which I thought was going to be the biggest trailer that I have in this game, or excuse me, in Alaska, but it is not. There's one bigger than that, and we will get to that. We won't be able to do it today, but I may set it up to do it the first mission in the next episode. So anyway, this one's easy. I just come out here, I hook a right, and I go down here and then come over here and deliver it. Then next we have a delivery, and you can see that I've got another delivery set up, and that one's fairly easy. All we're doing is coming out here, coming over here and delivering here. So it goes to the factory. Then we have the somewhere around here, oil delivery. Yep, we have the oil delivery at Northport, and I'm getting ready to, or I've got a truck set up and ready to go for that. So that will be the third mission if we get to it, which we should, because these other two are fairly easy missions. Well, not really. Well, yeah, this one's easy. So, because I drove the road, and yeah, it's no big deal. So we're going to activate it. Make sure it's the right semi-trailer. Yep. And we're going to roll out with this. So I am upgrading my trucks as I get them back to the garage. Let's move that over here. There we go. That way we can make this turn and don't have to worry about that tree there. But yeah, there is a bigger trailer. It's some kind of wires pulling trailer. And it looks like it's going to be a harder delivery. It's out at Pedro Bay. I upgraded the motor in this truck, and I think I upgraded the running gears in it too. Oh, I might hit that telephone pole. I didn't hear a big crash, so I think we're okay. Trying to get it to where I can see as much as the trailer as possible, and the road ahead of the truck, and the actual truck. That way I can tell when the truck is diving to one direction or another. I can try to correct it or slam on the brakes, whichever the case may be. So this should be, yep, go left. So I thought these trailers were going to be the equivalent of the oil rig construction trailers on the Michigan map. And I thought they were going to be the biggest trailers I would have to pull. And I was wrong about that. Oh, why did I do that? Swing that much wider than what I was doing it. Wow, it got dark quick. Yeah, that'll make it through there now. So, let's correct that problem. And with this one, I'm just taking a straight shot. I thought I was. Maybe I'm not. It did not want to go over that little berm there. Maybe it's something built into the game to make sure I don't take a shortcut like this. Okay. Hopefully this fence breaks away. It does. All right. What was that? Eat, sleep, or something? And we have got rid of all of those trailers now. That was the last one. Alright, so I will come back and get you. Right now we have another delivery. And that one would be drilling, nope, not drilling parts. More parts, nope. From water to land. So 4 drilling spare parts from here and taking them to the factory. So basically come out here to the main road. Whoop. And going into there. Now this truck also got an upgrade on the engine. And man, it's scary fast now. I'm going to take it easy because I've got a load on here, but we'll take it back to the garage and I'll show you how scary fast it is. That's not good. That'll do much better through there. Yeah, this truck is now plenty fast enough for me to get in trouble. Oh, I didn't accept it. Crap. There we go. Activate it. So, okay, yep, deliver here. And 4 of those. And we are good to go. So, it didn't pay very much. And it didn't take very much to get it over here. And that was a free trailer, so it didn't cost me anything. It was already sitting over there. Yeah, scary fast. I can barely keep it on the road in third person. And I didn't do a very good job at it. Whoa! Okay. Might be a little too fast for the corners. Yep, we don't have an autonomous winch. So yeah, I believe I'll set it right there. And that'll be my thumbnail for this episode. So let's go ahead and just recover it back. Yeah, again, scary fast. I wanted to retain it. Retain that one and retain that one because we're moving garages. Go down here to the garage. Because I have a couple of deliveries down here. Alright, so that was a couple of quick ones. And now let's go to Western Star. And we're going to see where we need to make our deliveries. So it's Blackbird, oil delivery. So I need 1 barrel out here to the drilling site. What? Why am I delivering? Oh, never mind. Okay. And why am I delivering it? Ah, okay, I remember. Okay, so 1 to the server site. Sorry, I got mixed up here. And 1 to the factory. Let's just go out bigger. So I've got 1 to the server site, 1 to the factory, 1 to the other factory, and 1 to the service hub. So the service hub is behind me. And so is that one, but I'm not going to deliver that one just yet. I want to make that my last delivery because the trailer will be lighter. So this factory and that. Oh no, wait a minute. I don't want to go through there. Let me think on it here a second. I could hit this one, hit this factory, hit that factory, turn around, and then come back down to here. I think that is what I'm going to do. So we'll get turned around and we'll come here. And then we'll go through here. There. We'll head over to this factory. And then head over to that factory. And then I'll just bring it back around and then deliver it down here. Because I already have, I still got the big cat sitting here. And it can help me get through all this. So I actually thought that this delivery was to a different map. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got my left and right confused again. That should let me get out of here. thought I accepted that. I don't guess I did. So that's one down. And you know, actually there's no sense in just putting this off. I've got to make the delivery up here anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Could have took that turn a lot better. So how far can I make it with a load before she bogs all the way down? About that far. And if I can winch through here, there's no sense in getting a big cat over here. I did make it through this area right here with the Dairy Star, or the the Dairy Longhorn. I was able to make it all the way through without using the winch, but it was heading this way and it had an empty trailer on it. I thought I was going to tip it over there for a second. All of the trucks are so painfully slow through here. Actually, this one's doing a lot better than the Long Star. I could not run through here in high gear in it. It was automatic and first gear all the way. up here's where it gets tricky. The slope has gone away. And easy, slow down. So let's take it. Matter of fact, let's do this. So if you're not careful, your truck will start sliding. I'll be able to give it some more power if I need it. And the rock reset. So that big rock there, only about half of it is out of the ground. If you run over that, you will find it's a much bigger rock. It's like the Titanic iceberg. And it tends, if you run over it, it will jump right in the middle of the path. And it's hard to get around it. But when you jump to another map and jump back, or you go to the main menu and come back, then it resets the rock back to where it is. Right there is manageable, you can get around it. Alright, so that was the hard part. So we head for the 2 factories, and this mission will be over. Don't bog down, you can do it. Okay. Let's try low gear with a diff lock. Ah, crap, I'm out of gas. I don't believe I did that. Alright. I wasn't even paying attention. Let's go back to the garage. And I will get out. Ooh. Yeah, that's my best truck that I have. Best scout vehicle. And I just need to get to the Western Star, put gas in it. The big cat has a gas tank on it. so I can top off the gas tank. I must not have been full of gas when I started the mission. Because there's no way I should have run through that much gas. For a second there, I thought about just taking the big cat down there, because it does have a fuel tanker on it, but it is so slow. It would actually take longer to get it down there than it would just taking this down there, and I would have to bring it back to help me through this mud if I need it. And I knew I was going to have to winch it. So much for the automatic winch. I was hoping to jump over to that tree, but it wouldn't. That's alright. I have to start paying more attention to fuel gauges because I have been running out of gas a good bit since I've been on this map. That's probably the 5th time I've run out of gas and not realized I was low on gas. On Michigan, that happened to me one time. Some deep ruts. And about here is where I blow it and end up going over the cliff. I'm trying to go too fast. I almost want to try to shove this big rock out of the way. Wonder if I can do it. Nope, I just go over it. I had a Jeep Wrangler one time that used to leave me stranded because I'd run out of gas. Sometimes the gas gauge worked and sometimes it did not. So you never knew when it was going to not work. Okay, and I'll recover you later. But now we got enough gas to get back to the big cat. And get some fuel there. I hate it when it keeps trying to shift a second. I'd rather just run it in low gear. Alright. Scratch my nose here. And then we will try to get through here. Because you can't really stay, just let the truck go in that rut. Because sometimes it will slide out of the rut and start heading over the hill. You have to take it nice and easy, but then be prepared to punch the gas, pull yourself out. And taking that detour over there, that's just painful. You just move so slow, and you have to winch yourself out every 20, 30 feet. I was watching somebody earlier today. They were doing a co-op, and they were back on Michigan. And one of them, it was not his map, but there was some kind of glitch in it, and he would go about 20 feet, and then it would be like his truck just went into a big old pothole. Front end would bounce up and down, or it would sink and then bounce up and down, but there was nothing there, and it just kept happening over and over and over again. And every time I do it, it caused him damage. Yeah, that kind of sucked. But hey, this is a big project. Yeah, there's going to be bugs in it. And one of the bugs I hate the most is the cargo phasing through trailers when you use a crane. And this update that's getting ready to come out is supposed to fix that. And we'll get the working mirrors for Xbox and PlayStation. Come on, you can do it. I was hoping it'd pull through without having to use the winch again. But I better use it because I'm down to 37 liters. Actually, I don't think... Yeah, that tree up there is not going to hold. But maybe I can nurse it a little bit. Here's the big cat. Go ahead and use a winch since I have it. That was the wrong tree. Alright, I think we're through it now. Just have to get a little bit of traction for the back tires. There we go. Hello. Wow, I did a lot of damage to it. I drove by it earlier today. And just driving by it, it jumped and did a bunch of damage. So... there we go. Alright, full tank of gas. Or tanks of gas. One on each side. Alright, so I need to come up here and make a right. And once I get past this little bit up here, then the rest of this trip should be fairly easy. This is a little troublesome area. Alright, we're past it now. And I do believe I have enough fuel to make it, but I'm taking no chances. So get fuel when I can. Time to go swimming. So some of my family have been going to a place in my state, Summersville. It's a big lake, and they were posting pictures over the weekend of everybody went to Summersville Lake, and there's a beach. So it's a nice lake, fairly good size. And the lake was pretty crowded, the beach area, and I am just not ready for that right now. I think it's way too early. I know people are getting a little bit of cabin fever, but I think I'd rather have the cabin fever than tempt fate and end up with the COVID, because it is going to make a comeback. And it will probably mutate a little bit. It's just a question of when. So I noticed my local Walmart. I went in there, and yes, I am still wearing a mask in places. I don't wear gloves. I carry hand sanitizer. Gloves are ridiculous. With gloves, all you're doing is spreading it. It's better to go without gloves and use hand sanitizer. That way you're killing it. But hardly anybody was wearing masks, and nobody was wiping down carts. It's like they think this is over. It's one of the things that I have found with Americans. They have very short memories. When something like this happens, everybody's all gung-ho and want to do the right thing, all of that. And then it becomes a burden, or it becomes a little bit harder, and suddenly nobody wants to do it anymore. Alright, I can't even tell where the actual road is. There we go, I got on it now. I think I was off to the side of it. This truck hasn't had a problem with coming through here, even with a lot heavier loads. I must have gotten out of the chosen path. I was just looking, it just looked kind of strange, the road I was on. But it's not, I'm on the right road. I think it's where I haven't gone this way that much. I'm usually going to the other factory in the warehouse and not actually having to go this far. Yeah, it's one thing with Americans. We have very short memories. You remember back to 9/11? Everybody was all, security conscious. Never let this happen again. We need tougher regulations, tougher rules. We need to federalize airport workers and turn them into a government agency. And that lasted for a couple of years. And then people started complaining and complaining because it fell from their memory. It was replaced by other things. And then it became a burden. Me personally, I'd rather get on a plane that was safe and everybody was patted down and bags gone through and all of that than have a repeat of 9/11. $212 liters, I'm almost there. So I should be good. Get it up here in high gear. Well, this mission has taken a lot longer than I thought it would. Due partly to my inability to look at a gas gauge. I'm usually pretty good at that. I think I've been hanging around my wife too long. She never looks at a gas gauge. The Magic Ferry will fill it up every Sunday. So she doesn't have to worry about it. But it's a trade-off. I make sure her vehicle runs, I make sure the oil gets changed, I make sure it gets washed, I make sure it gets fuel, and every now and then she will cook me dinner. I am off this week, and she is not. She is working. So she came home today, and I've been out in the garage cleaning the garage up. And I looked at her and said, "What you making for dinner?" And she said, "Whatever you can find in the cupboard." So I had canned chili and Cheetos. It's actually a pretty good combination. And the last one. All right. So 520 points. And trailer store, yep. Up, backwards. And we will get rid of this trailer. And I'm going to, get away from that building. And I'm going to park this here because I need to see if we'll have any other deliveries where I need to pick some stuff up this way and what kind of trailer that I'm going to need. So may need a flatbed, may just need a pull behind. Who knows? We'll figure it out in the next episode. So that's going to do me for today. If you liked it, leave a like and leave some feedback. So whether you liked it or not, leave some feedback. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what I can do to improve the videos a little bit better. And I would appreciate it. So I will see you in the next one. And until then, have a good one.